Start with the
The
solution.
solution is you just stop talking for a moment, right?
How about you actually provide a solution? All you've done is bring about problems.
Parker, I've just given you a solution. I want
That's
more.
not a solution. That's a
Yes,
problem.
you stop participation prizes. You condition kids to deal with the real world when they become adults.
Your fix
Otherwise,
for
when they
men
get
not having the ability to
Stop
address their emotions
talking,
in a
Parker.
positive way is
Parker.
literally part.
So I'm going to be looking at Piers Morgan getting a taste of his own medicine. Piers Morgan finding out what it means to be on the Piers Morgan show. We know how Piers Morgan acts when he's on the show, where he constantly interrupts his guests, rage baits them, he puts words in their mouth, not allowing them to say out their piece without interjecting. He got that treatment when he had a debate on Jubilee.
How are you?
Good to see you.
What's your name?
Parker.
Parker, I'm Piers.
I've been on your show, bro.
Yes, I thought I recognized you.
Everything's
Everything's a calamity. Everything's a problem. Has to be overanalyzed,
No one said
over-dissected,
that.
over-therapized. And I just think you've all got to be given the mental tools to deal with ordinary life. Ordinary life.
We already have them.
Ordinary
I
life.
actually have
Let
gone
me
to
tell
therapy
you,
to do that.
Ordinary
Have
life.
you?
Yeah, but without going to therapy all the time.
Wait, what's your solution? What's your solution?
People, I think at school and colleges, we need to reinforce, this comes back to masculinity with men. We need to reinforce the mental tools required for life.
Such as?
So Piers Morgan is saying, in order for us to be able to deal with the realities of life, we need to reinforce the mental tools needed to go through life. Good. And then the kid asks him, what exactly should you do to reinforce those mental tools?
Well, I can tell you when I can chart the absolute descent of this in the wrong way. And I think it began in America, when you started giving kids participation prizes for coming last at sport. Absolute shambles. I mean, whoever thought of that?
How does this have to do with actually like men making their emotions better
I'm
off?
explaining.
It's participation trophies. Oh my gosh.
And the comeback from Parker makes a lot of sense. How does giving kids participation trophies, how does it translate into them not being well-formed individuals later on in life? I mean, there are so many things that are told to kids that are literally false. For example, quote and unquote, Santa Claus is going to bring you some gifts in the chimney, or the tooth fairy. There are so many things that kids were told that are not true. But does that mean that those kids grow up to become useless? They're kids, for crying out. If you are an adult, if you are a grown man, and the reason why you cannot have mental fortitude is because when you were a kid, everyone was given a participation trophy. There's something fundamentally wrong with you. You haven't properly developed as an individual. And it has nothing to do with the fact that participation trophies were given to kids. Something else is entirely at play here. And this is the example that Piers Morgan gives on how to solve the problem of mental fortitude, of people not having enough mental fortitude. Parker would go on to ask him, so what is your solution? He's stating a problem, he isn't stating a solution.
I mean, whoever thought of that?
How does this have to do with actually like men making their emotions better
I'm
off?
explaining.
It's participation trophies. Oh my gosh.
I'm explaining, because if young people are conditioned to think that if you come last at something, you get a prize, it is the worst possible preparation for the real world.
So what's the actual solution?
Parker,
You're just telling a
Parker,
problem again.
do you
Problem. What's the solution?
Parker, if I could finish my sentence.
Start with the solution.
The solution is you just stop talking for a moment, right?
You know what the alternative is? The alternative to this framework is what's happening in Asia. The hyper-competitive nature in Asia that is almost guaranteed to destroy Asian societies like South Korea and Japan. I mean, they are having issues with suicide. The suicide rate in Japan and in South Korea, especially after exams, where people are under so much pressure to be the absolute best. They're not living. They're just living to prove that they are the best. And when they don't measure up to what society expects of them, some of these kids kill themselves. The population of South Korea, the population of Japan is literally going down. People are not having babies because of this hyper-competitive environment. That's what Piers Morgan wants for people in the West. Not a society that's able to take on different people at different strata. Yeah, some people are going to be exceptional. Some are going to be in the mid-range. Some are going to be at the bottom. So what? That's life. A civilized society should make room and accommodation for all of those categories of people, and not think that someone is worth less because they are not the absolute best. Not everyone is going to be the absolute best. And this hyper competitive environment doesn't do well for the future of a society.
I've just given you a solution. I want
That's
more.
not a solution. That's a
Yes,
problem.
you stop participation prizes. You condition kids to deal with the real world when they become adults.
Your fix
Otherwise,
for
when they
men
get
not having the ability to
Stop
dress their emotions
talking,
in a positive
Parker.
way is
Parker!
literally
God,
participation
no wonder
trophies not
Jordan
being
Peters
there.
evangelist is so annoying. Look,
Have you been on your own show?
Parker.
You interrupted me the whole time, and now you're just getting the same thing.
Well, because you
You're
never
just
stop talking.
Don't,
You're
don't
like
be
a
mad.
robot.
Don't be mad.
Parker.
Are you mad?
No, I'm trying to finish my sentence.
It's okay.
Parker.
Piers Morgan is saying, stop talking, stop interrupting me. Have you been on your own show? Have you seen how you act on your show? So this kid is giving him a taste of his own medicine.
Don't be
You're a
mad.
robot.
Don't be mad.
Parker.
Are you mad?
No, I'm trying to finish my sentence.
It's okay.
Parker. Come on, calm down. You're shaking.
I'm totally
Yeah,
calm.
Parker.
I'm not shaking at all.
Parker, you're shaking.
Feels
Bro, I love
like
rage
this is what it feels like to be on a Piers Morgan show. Annoying, right? This is annoying. That's exactly what Piers Morgan does.
As you know, I literally spend my entire life debating. It's no problem.
You're actually rage baiting. You
but
don't debate.
Exactly.